Every year we get a new Call of Duty, and this means new maps, new guns, new kill streaks, and a whole lot more BS. Most people usually hate the current COD, but that doesn't matter. We're all COD fans at the end of the day. We all love Call of Duty multiplayer. Today, guys, that's exactly what we're going to be looking at. Today, we're looking at the top 5 multiplayer maps in Call of Duty. Now, I want to point one thing out before we get into this, and that is the fact that your first COD will always be your one true love. Whatever COD you played first will be the COD that you love and you always look to as the comparison to every COD. So whether that's Advanced Warfare, COD 4, Modern Warfare 3, or whatever, just keep in mind that yes, it's your first COD, you may love it, but that doesn't make it the best COD ever. But today, guys, although this is a very subjective topic, we're going to cover the top 5 multiplayers from Call of Duty. Let's get into it. Coming in at number 5, we have the balanced but boring Black Ops 1. Now, Black Ops 1 is basically the polar opposite to its predecessor, which was Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 was chaotic, unfair, and just absolutely ridiculous. It felt like you were on cocaine when you were playing that. Whereas Black Ops 1 took a different shift. They removed stopping power, making Ghost the most popular first tier perk, which just slowed down the game to a staggering halt. It just totally flipped the game on its head. That, in combination with, I feel like, really overpowered FAMAS and AK-74U, made the game boring. It really made the game boring. It was balanced, and yes, there were some OP guns and some OP things, but for the most part, there was nothing ridiculously overpowered in this game, other than, I would say, the Blackbird. But overall, it got a little boring, which, although, like I said, it comes in at number 5, it was a good game. It was just a little bit too slow-paced. It felt really campy, and it comes in at number 5, but like I said, I think it was a great game with a lot of upgrades from Modern Warfare 2. They did keep it a little bit boring, and it only comes in at number 5 for that reason. Moving down to our number 4 spot, we have World at War. Now, if this was a personal list, I would probably have put it at number 1 or 2, but because I'm trying to keep this objective, it's at number 4. Now, COD 4 was a game that revolutionized Call of Duty. And World at War pretty much just kind of took all those really cool features and just put them into a World at War game, which to a lot of people felt like, oh my god, this is the exact same thing, except the guns are not as cool. And I definitely see the point made there. But Modern Warfare 3 did the exact same thing, except it was in the same time era. So Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 is similar to what COD 4 and World at War, that kind of relationship. Like, really not a lot was improved upon between those two games. But the thing about World at War that was so neat is that it was just a completely different era. It doesn't feel at all like COD 4, but it's got the exact same game mechanics. It doesn't feel like it, it doesn't look like it, but exact same game mechanics. 3, 5, and 7 kill streaks. You got your SMGs. Different kind of guns, though. You got your rifles, your bolt-action rifles. So kind of different. And honestly, it was a pretty balanced game. Now, there was one thing that made this really game-breaking, and that was MP40 jugs. For those of you who don't know, stopping power wouldn't affect the MP40. Like, wouldn't really help it all that much, so you'd put Jug on, so you'd have extra health and the most OP gun in the game. And basically, it was really, really easy, as you can see in this gameplay right here. So, although I thought it was a very, very good game with not too much broken in it, MP40 Jug was a huge thing. Anyways, World at War comes in at number 4, plus zombies. I can't believe I'm doing this, but coming in at number 3, we have Modern Warfare 2. Now, there's a lot of people out there who think Modern Warfare 2 is the best COD to date. And I understand their mind process here, but that's not really a good way to think. This is why people like Modern Warfare 2 so much. It's because Modern Warfare 2 had the highest of highs. When things were going your way, this was just the best COD ever. You get your 5 kill streak, you get your Harriers, you get your chopper gunner, and all of a sudden you turn a 5 kill streak into 40 kills in one life. It's crazy, but it happens. It's happened to me many times, because when everything went right, when you didn't get noob tubed, you didn't get javelin glitch, you didn't get commando lunged, you didn't get one-man armied, you didn't get no-scoped across the map by elite sniper, MLG swag leader, when everything went right, all those things not happening, it was awesome. You were having the greatest time of your life. But this game was so motherfucking broken, okay? They didn't patch the Javelin and care package glitch for 8 months. They didn't even bother with one-man army, danger, close noobs, nothing. And that is why this game is not the best, okay? I'm sorry, it was fun. God, it came in at number 3. It's getting a good review, but people make it seem like this was the best COD ever. There were parts of it that was the best COD ever, but there was so much broken with this game that just, it was almost there. It could have been so amazing. But like I said, guys, comes in at number 3. Coming in at number 2, and I almost feel bad about doing this, we have COD 4, or Call of Duty Modern Warfare. The OG. So this was the first real COD, I should say. I mean, yes, there was 3 games before this, obviously, but people don't even look at those 3 games, okay? Because COD 4 was like realistically the start of the Call of Duty franchise, the start of its legacy, its really huge thing that it has going now. And all of that started because Infinity Ward and Call of Duty 4. This game was broken. There were a lot of things wrong with this game. The M16, MP5, 3 times grenades. There were a lot of things broke with this game. I'm not going to lie. But man, COD 4 was a great game in its prime. If you go back to it, obviously it's like, oh, this only has 3 kill streaks, only has this. But we're looking at its prime when it was the game. And it's hard to explain. Like I said, this wasn't my first COD, guys. I don't have any nostalgia towards this game, because World at War was my first game. But this game, in its prime, which its prime was still like when World at War was out, was just ridiculous. It was so good. So good that like it's hard to explain unless you've played it yourself how fun this game could be. The skill gap was big. If you were a good player, you did well. And that's a thing that COD doesn't have a lot of. So, like, it's hard to explain why COD 4 is so good. You had to kind of play it at the time. And it isn't a nostalgia thing, like I said. It's just a great game. It has to come in at number 2, at least. And coming in at number 1 on our list of the top 5 multiplayers, guys, we have Call of Duty Ghosts. Got him! I'm just kidding. We have Black Ops 2. So I reached out to the community, and the overwhelming response was that Black Ops 2 multiplayer is the best of all time. And I am really, really pleased to hear this, because I absolutely agree with you guys, and I think that's great that you also think that. But why? Why is Black Ops 2 better than anything else? Why does it stand above the rest? And really, there's one big reason for this. So you know how I was talking about Black Ops 1 being boring but balanced? Well, Treyarch took everything that they did wrong in Black Ops 1. They removed anything that really slowed down the game or fixed it, and kept all the good stuff in. So they kept the balance. You know, you can use any gun in this thing. You can use the AN, you can use the M8, you can use the friggin' sniper, you can use the Remington, anything. There's so much. The MSMC. There are so many there's so many guns in this game you can use. It's so balanced, it's fast-paced. Everything about this game is just perfect. And a lot of people, this is like a common quote, is if you don't like Black Ops 2 multiplayer, it's because you're bad, which is so true. There's no bullshit in this game. There's no bullshit. If you're bad, it shows, and you're bad. Like, it's that simple, which I love because it makes me a better player, honestly, because I don't get screwed over a lot. Love Black Ops 2, had Black Ops 2 Zombies, which made it even better. Anyways, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all later.